have not been sleeping very well recently. I've been having a lot of nightmares and a lot of uncontrolled sleep paralysis, and I've also been struggling to get to sleep, so I thought basically today I would try and concentrate somewhat on my intention for good sleep, for peaceful sleep. So a little later on I'm going to be making some mugwort cupcakes, just because mugwort is one of those herbs that's really powerful for sleep and dream magic. But for now what I actually want to do is write myself a spell. So I thought I would share my process for spell writing because it's something that I know some people struggle with. I write all of my own spells, so I thought this could be a good way of showing my process. And the first thing that you want to do if you have one is to get your little helper. So as you can see, I wrote my intention here. I want some protection while I sleep, but I also want to bring in a peaceful sleep. So I've written my list of things that I think I will need. So I've got a lavender. I'm going to use lavender buds in here because they are really good for drawing peace and calm, but they're also really good for protection. The same goes for the amethyst. Amethyst will protect and it will also draw in peace and calm. Dalmation Jasper is really good for warding nightmares. I've been having sensations of being pushed down on or watched while I've had sleep paralysis, so I'm having the Dalmation Jasper in there to kind of ward me while I sleep. Then I've also got a white candle because white candles are really good for purification and protection. I'm not looking to banish, which is why I'm not using a black candle. And then I also want to use just a small bag or a piece of cloth, essentially to make like a mojo bag type thing. And then I will place that under my pillow while I sleep. And then here I've just written the words that I want to say while I'm doing my spell. So, spirits of the night I trust, bring me peace, in dreams you must, protect my soul while I'm asleep, in your loving arms I keep, as I will it, so it must be. So what I will basically do is I will set my spell up, I'll light my candle, I'll place these things in this bag, and then I will hold it in my hands and meditate with it, say these words, and sit with my intention for a while, and then this will go under my pillow. But I will do this later when it goes a little darker, and you can see how it goes. But this is basically how I write my spells. It's really simple. It's spell work is about your intention and not about what goes into them, which is why my process is not a long one. So yeah, we'll do that a little later. Now that I've got it into my head, I can concentrate on my intention while I go through the rest of my day, and then later on we can do the spell. If you've been watching my vlogs for a little while, you will know that I like to do tarot in every video because tarot is a huge part of my life. But I also do have a couple of oracle decks. This is one that I've had for quite a while, so I thought today I would introduce the Universe Has Your Back Oracle deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. This is a really beautiful deck. I don't use it as often as I should, basically. So it's a 52 card deck, and this is the art on the back. But I thought what I would do is I would introduce it, and then every day I think I'm going to pull myself an affirmation for the day using these oracle deck, using these oracle cards. I'm not going to use it like tarot to try and answer any questions or anything like that, because I don't feel like that's what oracle decks are for me. So I thought I would just do a quick flip through and introduce them, and then I'll start using them. So we'll start from here. So my affirmation for today is: when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So this is basically telling me that if I focus on loving myself, then I'll be able to see the rest of the world and the people in it through a lens of love, basically. So the more self-love that you feel, the more able you are to love others and to love your life and to love the things that you do. So that's my affirmation for today. It's now time for me to bake my mugwort cakes. I've looked up a recipe. I found one on YouTube. So what you'll need is obviously a mixing bowl, a spatula and a whisk. Then there's 40 grams, everything everything is in grams because the only decent recipe that I could find was a Korean recipe, which was then translated to English. So there's 40 grams of milk, 10 grams of mugwort. This is just mugwort that I've ground up myself in a coffee grinder. Then there's 60 grams of sugar, 1 egg, this is just a medium free range egg. Then there's 85 grams of room temperature unsalted butter, 1 gram each of baking powder and baking soda, and 70 grams of flour. So that's all you need. So I'll make my cupcakes, and if you want to make them yourself, you can do. Okay, I have finished making my mugwort cupcakes, and I've had my dinner, so I thought now would be a good time while my energy levels are back up and before I get tired at the end of the night to start and do my sleep protection spell. So as per my notes, I've got some lavender, this is lavender buds. I've also got an Amethyst and a Dalmation Jasper. I've also got a white kind of bag, and then I've got my white spell candle. So this is all I'm going to be using for this spell. It doesn't need to be anything major, it's mainly just my intention and then setting my intention when I have my cupcake and then setting my intention when I have some tea before bed and trying to relax a little. Sleep magic and dream magic is almost entirely in your mentality and your intention rather than the objects. The objects are simply going to protect me and aid some peace, but beyond that it's my intention to go to sleep and have peaceful dreams essentially. So I'm going to do this, and if you'd like to do this too, then these are the things that you'll need. Spirits of the night I trust, bring me peace, in dreams you must. Protect my soul while I'm asleep, in your loving arms I keep. As I will it, so it must be.